Well, hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and today we're going to talk a little bit about labelling. Now, if you've got around about $50 to spare, a little under, you can get yourself one of these Dymo letter tags. They're really simple, just so that you can see. You just drop in a cartridge right here, and it's literally drop in a cartridge. It just literally pops in and drops back out again. Very simple to do. And then you just turn it on, and as you can see, I've already got something stored in there. If I'm going to do something with beef, all I do is literally press a button. There it goes. When it's finished printing, see this big button here? You just hang on to this, press the button here, and it cuts it. How cute is that? And then all you do is you just bend it at the back here, and thank you to the viewer who told me about this, because I didn't know it did this. Just bend the back and it separates the back of the label. Oops. And then you have a sticky label, which we're just going to put on here. And there we go. So that's obviously pretty handy. But as I said, that will cost you sort of $45 in taxes sort of thing. But works really well. But I was thinking some of you don't have that sort of money, so you probably would like to see some other options. So one of the things I did is I went to the dollar store and got some really cute labels at the dollar store. And these were, I think, only $1.50 for 2, 4, 6, 12. And it comes with its own little chalk, and you can just write on your labels. And the good news is, when you don't want it anymore, you just rub it off. And what's not to love about that? Now, I, funny enough, would have liked it better if they'd all been the same shape and size. And that's just me. There's something, these are quite big as well. And when I tried to take one off, it didn't work very well. The sticky stuff that's meant to be on the back stayed stuck to this. Now, I did think that that was a possibility, that would happen, because I've had experience. So while I was at the dollar store, I also picked up some double-sided mounting tape, because I had a feeling that could happen. So, and that was another, not sure how much that was, but I presume it was $1 or $2. So that's one way of going. Now, what I wanted to look at was, what about those of you who would like to have labels that are permanent and maybe embossed, laminated rather. So you can buy these little laminating sheets, self-laminating, and all you do is drop in a business card, and they cost me, there we go, they cost me $3 Canadian for 50 cards. Now that's pretty good. So all you do is you take this out, drop a business card in, and write what you want to, and then you seal the laminate over the top of it. So that's pretty, I thought that was a pretty good deal. However, again, thinking about not everybody will want to do that, is there another way? So definitely worth getting that. Now, if you wanted, for example, to tie them onto something, just take a hole punch and punch a hole in here. It's like a luggage tag. Now, because I'm who I am, I had to go for the next trick, and the next trick is, well, what if I buy myself some business cards, and this is a whole pack of them that I got, I think probably at Walmart, I would think. These are high quality ones. They are ivory. I'm just going to bend it here so you can see. And then they literally perforate. So those of you who have a printer, they've got very fine perforation on them. And you can just put them through your printer at home if you've got one. And then, if you want to, you can laminate them. Make sense? I thought that was a good idea. But my mind went one step farther from that, and I went, you could actually laminate them with packing tape. So just literally write on the card and then cover it with packing tape, and that would make a lamination. But the one that I've been dying to try is, what if I made my own blackboard labels? And that's what I'm going to try and do today. In other words, going to take a business card and paint it, and then use chalk on it. The next question is, will blackboard paint go over the laminate? Why would I want to do that? I have no idea. So let's try and do some painting and see what happens. Like all things that I do, this is all experiment, and I love doing fun experiments. So first thing I'm going to do is to put some paper down to, because I'm bound to make a mess, right? And I'm going to get the rest of the stuff ready, and I'll be right back. So I've got my card. I've got some craft brushes here. I thought I'd try using a sponge one, but I also thought I would try one with just a regular type chisel brush. See how that works. I've never done blackboard paint before, but you never know if it's going to work until you try it, eh? Alright, so let's pour a little in here. Ooh, it's thick. That's good to know. So it's very thick stuff. And we're just going to quickly paint some on with a sponge. Definitely very easy to put on with a sponge, just so that you know. I'm now going to try with a brush. Oh, that goes on really well. I like that even better. Very easy. Okay, so both sorts of application are easy. Obviously, make sure you keep some clean-up cloths near you. Now, what I thought I would do, and then I'm going to drop these in water and see if they will just clean up just with water. Now, my sense is I would probably put this lid on very tightly when I see how quickly it dries. And just as I started to run the water on that, I thought I could hear Liz screaming at me, show me how easy it is to clean it up. So I'm just literally, this is just straight water at the moment. Now all I'm going to do is just keep running the water on it until it runs clear. Just get an old glass and I'm going to fill it up with water and just put it aside so I can see if more. So I've just put it up here so that I can see if more black paint's coming out of it. But in the meantime, my dish is fine, no problem at all. A little bit soapy on the back, but otherwise good. And my craft brush is good. So nice and easy to do, people. Now let's go back and see if we can write on it. What I've noticed, and you can probably see as well, is that the paint caused this label to curl. So I'm pretty sure if you painted the back of it, it would have the same effect. So in the meantime, I'm going to try and find the chalk. I'm going to give these a second coat anyway, but I just wanted to see, it hasn't dried for very long, but patience isn't my middle name. So let's just see if this, yeah. So the good news is you definitely can write on it almost immediately. And I think if it were dry properly, you'd probably be able to rub it out a whole lot easier. And it's still rubbing out. And I know what you're asking me. What colour is your fingertip, Sal? Yay, it works, people. So I'm going to give it 2 coats on each side, see what happens to it then. So I'm going to dirty another brush because I don't want to get this too liquid. By the way, it's good to know that this is water-based, because if it does get a bit thick, it means that we can just add a little bit more water to it, which is good. I think I'm just going to use it directly out of the doodad, known as a pot. And I've just done that because I'm going to use it again. I've still got some little bits of black on me, so I've just taken a wet wipe. And yeah, it comes right off with a wet wipe, so it's good. But as you can see, it does come off. That's good to know. Well, as you can see, I've done second coat now on the business cards, and I also did 2 small labels. I got a little package of these just to find out how they worked, so you can just put strings through them. Different sort of things need different labels. Now what I'm noticing is it's taking a lot longer to dry on the plastic, but it is drying. And I've only done 1 coat on there. I don't want to put a second coat on it. As you can see, some of it still isn't dry. So this could be a while before I get back to you. Well, these are really very successful. I'm actually really glad I tried this experiment. Here are the small black labels that I made. I thought they were really cute. I haven't quite worked out where to put them yet, so I'm not going to write on them. But what I wanted to show you is this is one of the business cards that's got the blackboard paint. I'm just going to stick it in my... stick a hole in it. And this is not easy to do with arthritis, but we'll do it anyway. There we go. Just stick that in there. And there you go. A really nice little label to hang on something. But for example, I've got a cubie here. Just lift that up a bit so you can see it. Alright, so I've got one of these cubies, as I call it. And I've just got rags in it for cleaning. So I could literally just write the word on there and just however you want to do it. But as you can see, very simple to do. And if I don't like it, I can just rub it out and put something else on it. Now some of you are going, why did you do black on black? Well, I don't know, I just did it because it looked like fun. And if you didn't want to have all that there, you obviously would trim it a bit, or else do two things, trim it a bit and stick it on that way. Looks a lot tidier like that. Let me know what you think. And I just realized I forgot to show you nothing wrong with that at all. And if you don't like it, gone.